Well, the thing is, people walk around it talking about, I have applied for the gold rewards, I want the platinum credit cards, I want the cash rewards and whatnot. But the question is, do you know exactly which Navy Fed credit card you should get right now, depending on your situation? And your situation is specific. So I really want to answer that question in today's conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to answer a simple question. Which Navy Fed credit card should you get right now, depending on your specific situation? Okay, let's first start with the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards. This card is great for good and excellent credit. So if you have excellent credit, if you are in the 700s or 800s, this is great. Now, if you have fair credit, you need to have at least 3 years MPR with NFCU. Your account must be in good standing, and you need to have a low credit utilization ratio. Very important. Your DTI must be less than 28%. In other words, you must be making a lot of money or be spending very few, like a lot less, so that your DTI, your debt to income ratio, is very low. Okay, you need to love traveling. Very important. So when we talk about the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards, it's basically a travel credit card. Okay, so you need to love traveling, and you got to be a family-oriented card holder. So this card is great if you have kids, if you have a spouse, and you love traveling as a family. This is really great. The card has a $49 annual fee. So the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards has a $49 annual fee. But the rewards are great. And with those rewards, you can very easily offset the $49 annual fee. For example, you earn 30,000 bonus points at $300 value when you spend 3,000 within 90 days of opening an account. You earn 3 points for each dollar spent on travel and 2 points for each dollar spent on everything else. No rewards limits and no rewards aspiration while your account is open and in good standing. Very important. And points can be redeemed for cash, travel, gift cards, and merchandise. And you can receive a statement credit up to $100 for global entry or TSA pre-check. Very important. So the APR on purchases, 9.99% to 18% variable. Very good. You have 1.99% intro APR for 6 months. And then after that, you go to 9.99 to 18%. So there is no balance transfer fee, okay? And we love this card because it gives a lot of benefits, and the card has a smart chip. There is no foreign transaction fee. This is really good. And what we love is that you have an introductory APR that applies on balance transfers requested within 30 days of account opening. No cash advance fee if performed at a Navy Fed branch or ATM. Otherwise, it's 50 cents per domestic transaction. Very important. I want to talk to you now about the Gold Rewards, a very popular credit card. So the Gold Rewards is great if you have good and excellent credit, good or excellent credit. Okay. Now, if you have fair credit, if you are in the 600s, you may qualify for this card, but you need to have at least 5 years MPR, multi-product relationship with NFCU. Be with them for a while. Your account must be in good standing whatever accounts you have with them. Loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and you must maintain a low credit utilization ratio. Your debt to income ratio must be less than 40%. Folks, everything I'm giving you, our team has done this over several years. We have applied on behalf of clients, and this is what we have seen. In addition to our own research, okay? So your DTI must be less than 40%, and you need to love to earn points on supermarket purchases, as well as restaurants and TV, radio, cable, streaming services. This card is great if you are a family-oriented card holder. Okay, this is really great. And the card has no annual fee. You can earn, in terms of rewards, you can earn 15,000 bonus points, which is about $150 value when you spend $1,000 within 90 days of account opening. Okay, you can earn 3 points per dollar spent at restaurants, 2 points per dollar on gas, and 1 point per dollar on everything else with no limits on the total number of points you can earn. This is what I was just telling you earlier. This card is great if you are a family-oriented card holder. Okay, and points can be redeemed for cash, travel, gift cards, and merch. And there's no expiration date while the account is open and in good standing. And you can earn more rewards by shopping with your Navy Federal credit card at members deals. Okay, so when we talk about this card, you have a 0.99% intro APR for 6 months, 8.99 to 18% variable after that. The balance transfer, 8.99 to 18%. There's no fee for the balance transfer, so this is really good. What I want to say here is that there is a smart chip that comes with the card. This is really good. Okay, and the grace period is 25 days. So overall, this card has no cash advance fee if performed at a Navy Fed branch or ATM, zero liability policy for unauthorized purchases and fraud notifications, cell phone protection, and you have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards. This is really great. So this is for the Go Rewards credit card. Let's talk about the Platinum credit card. So if you are listening to me right now, boss, and you have fair, good, or excellent credit, you can qualify for this Platinum credit card. It doesn't matter if you have fair credit, you can still qualify, okay? But your DTI must be less than 40%. Your debt to income ratio must be less than 40%. And this card is fantastic for balance transfers. The only thing is, do not expect to use this card for anything else. This card is great for balance transfers, and that's it. Okay, and if you are a single card holder or you are a family-oriented card holder, anytime I talk about family-oriented, I'm just talking about somebody who has a wife or a husband, who has children and whatnot. Okay, so the card has no annual fee, and the APR on purchases 5.99% to 18%, and you have a balance transfer window, 0% intro APR for 12 months. This is really great. And after that, 5.99 to 18%. Okay, there's no balance transfer fee. This is what I was just telling you. This card is fantastic, only for balance transfers, nothing else really. Okay, and there is no foreign transaction fee. The card has a chip and pin, a smart chip capability. Okay, and so this is really it. And the grace period is 25 days, and the maximum penalty APR 18%. So overall, when you think about the Platinum credit card, you have zero introductory APR that applies on balance transfers requested within 30 days of account opening. No cash advance fee if you perform the transaction at a Navy Fed branch or ATM. Otherwise, it's 50 cents per domestic transaction. You have zero liability policy for reported unauthorized transactions and fraud notifications. You have collision damage waiver and cell phone protection. You have travel and emergency assistance and extended warranty service. And you have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards. What I want to say here is that, again, I want to repeat it. Get this card if you want to do a balance transfer. Nothing else. There are no rewards. The APR is kind of cool though. The APR for purchases is kind of low. So you can use the cards for purchases, but do not expect any perks. Do not expect any rewards from this card. I want to talk to you about the Cash Rewards credit card. So this card, if you have good or excellent credit, you will love this card. However, if you have fair credit, you can also enjoy the card. However, NFCU wants you to be with them for at least 5 years. Okay, you need to have a relationship with them for at least 5 years. Your account, if you have any accounts with them, any product, any credit account, it can be a loan account or a line of credit, whatever it is, you need to be in good standing, and you need to have a low CUR, credit utilization ratio, and obviously you need to have a good internal Navy Fed score. This is important. Your DTI, your debt to income ratio, should be less than 35%. Okay, so this card is great if you love cashback. On any purchase that you make, you want to have cashback. This is really great. Okay, and this card is great for a single card holder or a family-oriented card holder. Okay, and so the Cash Rewards credit card is kind of cool because you will earn $200 in bonus cash back when you spend $2,000 within 90 days of account opening. You earn 1.75% cash back on net purchases for cardholders with direct deposit at Navy Federal, or 1.5% cash back for cardholders without direct deposit. So this is a card that basically encourages you to set up direct deposit with NFCU. Okay, no rewards expiration while your account is open and in good standing. And you can earn more rewards by shopping around with your Navy Fed credit card at Members Deals. One thing I want to say here is that with this card, the APR oscillates from 9.65% to 18% variable. There is a balance transfer. There is no balance transfer intro offer. It's the same APR, 9.65 to 18%. Okay, and the balance transfer fee is 0. But this is not the card you want to use for balance transfers. Not at all. Okay, this card is great for cash back. If you love cash back, fantastic. Okay, and one thing I want to say here, the card has a smart chip capability. This is really good. And you can actually, so the maximum late fee is $20. So you don't want to have a late fee here. Okay, and but the card has a small intro APR. So 0% intro APR for 6 months on balance transfers made within 30 days of account opening. Okay, you have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards. You have zero liability policy for unauthorized purchases. So overall, this is a solid credit card. I want to talk to you about the More Rewards American Express cards from Navy Fed. So this is a hybrid credit card. It's a co-branded credit card between American Express and Navy Fed. And this is great for good and excellent credit. If you have fair credit, you will be denied for this card. So don't even try. And your DTI must be less than 35%. And this card is great if you love to earn points on supermarket purchases, as well as restaurants and TV, cable and radio and streaming services. And this card is great for families. Okay, if you are a family-oriented card holder, you will love this card. And what we love with this card is that you can earn 20,000 bonus points, which is like a $200 value when you spend $2,500 within 90 days of account opening. It's really good. And you can earn 3 points per dollar spent at supermarkets, food delivery, gas, transit, and restaurants. And you earn 1 point on everything else with no cap. What we love here is that there is no cap. The no cap is kind of cool because it's really good. And points can be redeemed for cash, travel, gift cards, merch, and more. And rewards would never expire while the account is open and in good standing. Okay. And so the APR for purchases with this card, 9.65 to 18%. This is really good. Okay. And the APR for balance transfers is the same thing. There is no balance transfer fee. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that this card is kind of cool because it has a grace period of 25 days and it has a smart chip, which is really good for unauthorized transactions. So overall, the card also has an introductory APR that applies on balance transfers requested within 30 days of account opening. Okay. No cash advance fee if you perform the transaction at a Navy Fed branch or ATM. Okay. You can actually enjoy the entertainment access and roadside assistance with a card, up to 25% off car rental, plus car rental loss and damage insurance. This could be really, really great, especially if you travel a lot by car. Okay. You have zero liability policy for reported unauthorized transactions. And last but not the least, you have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your credit cards. I'll be right back. Right after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are actually having a conversation about which Navy Fed credit card should you have. And I want to talk to you about the last but not the least, the N Rewards Secured Card. This card is great for you if you have bad credit. If you listen to me right now, you have bad credit, you want to consider this card because it is a card that allows you to actually build credit while also reaping rewards. Okay. Your DTI must be less than 45%. And this card is great if you love to build credit while earning points. So your minimum security deposit is $200. And there's no one-time fee, there's no annual fee, there's no monthly fee. This card is really great, really, really great. And you have the ability to see your transactional history reported to the credit bureaus. Okay, the APR on purchases 18%. Bottom line is you want to pay your balance in full. Okay, and you earn 1 point with every dollar spent on net purchases, with no limits on the total number of points you can earn. And the cool thing here is that points can be redeemed for cash, statement credits, gift cards, and merchandise. Okay, you can earn more rewards by shopping with your Navy Fed credit card at member deals. So the cash advance fee here is 0.5%. The cash advance APR is 18%. The card has a smart chip, so chip and pin. Okay, this is really great. And the maximum penalty APR is 18%. So the bottom line here is that all you have to do, you want to make a deposit of at least $200 into a qualifying Navy Fed savings account before submitting your application. So once approved, the deposit will determine your card's limits and be held. And this is good. And the account will be regularly reviewed for possible unsecuring and removal of hold on deposit starting at month 6. So you want to wait for 6 months of positive account usage. You want to pay the amount in full every time, and after 6 months they will review your account, and if everything checks out, they will basically bump you up in terms of credit limit. They will unsecure your account. Okay, and with this card you also have the ability to freeze and unfreeze your cards, and you have zero liability policy for reported unauthorized transactions and fraud notifications. Remember, you have to report the transactions. Okay, very important. Before we close today's conversation, I want to give you a few pro tips. One thing for sure is that if you are looking for a Navy Fed credit card, or you currently have one, let's say you have one. If you're looking for a new one, you already have the choices, the criteria you should look for. But if you currently have one, maybe this could be a great opportunity to increase the credit limit, to have a higher credit limit, right? Unless you want to close the account, which I would advise you not to. You never want to close an account. No, you want to keep it open, especially from such a prestigious institution as Navy Fed. Nobody wants to close that account. Okay, and so you want to request a higher credit limit. If you want that, you can do the request online. Okay, make sure that you update your income information, because a higher income may indicate that you have greater financial security, which issuers may take into consideration while evaluating your request. Okay, call your credit card issuer, call Navy Fed, call the number on the back of your card and ask a customer service representative whether you are eligible for a higher credit limit. Okay, the rep may ask the reason of your request, as well as whether your income has gone up recently. You can also look for automatic increases. Those happen. So Navy Fed does them all the time, every 6 months, every 3 to 6 months. Or you can apply for a new card. But again, when you apply for a new card, you are risking having a hard pull. Is that something you want to have? Okay, so how a higher credit limit can help you? Well, it can help you in terms of your CUR. So you want to have, so because if you have a higher limit, you are having a lower credit utilization ratio. And a lower credit utilization ratio, the lower the credit utilization, the higher your FICO score, which is why it's always great to have a higher limit if you can afford it. Because sometimes you might want to indebt yourself like crazy. If you believe, oh, this is I have a 10 grand limit on my credit card, this is my money. But no, this is debt. So don't live beyond your means, really. Okay, so you want to think carefully before requesting a higher limit, because you want to think about your financial your financial situation. But also in some cases, a higher limit may result in a hard pull, in a hard inquiry on your credit report. Are you comfortable with that? Are you okay with that? If yes, go ahead and do it. If not, don't do it. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was just telling you which Navy Fed credit card you should get based on your situation. So we spoke about the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards, the Gold Rewards, the Platinum Credit Card, the Cash Rewards Credit Card, the More Rewards American Express Card, and the N Rewards Secured. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.